So we have the advantage.
Black people have the advantage of being able to get everything they want.
One of the things that I did want to also disrupt
Yeah.
the insight of this conversation is that this whole notion that there needs to be some leaders in place.
Yeah.
This American notion that Black people have to have this leading body of people that speaks for everyone, and not actually put it into some private ballot where only African Americans vote on it. That let the people in some majority speak about what are the things that we would want, and let us have a voice outside of this civic leaders. Like, one of the things that I really loved about the quote about Ella Baker is that a strong people don't need leaders.
Right.
And they can speak for themselves about what it is that, and you and I have spoken many times about the disruption of how we do civic strategy, and that it does need to be fresher. And so, what is your idea to your insight in terms of how can we get, what would be the new way that we could probably approach getting on one consensus about what it is that we want?
Well,
Instead of going through that, NAACP, and going into going into these old ways and these old organizations.
yeah. So I don't, I'm a big fan of legacy organizations. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm starting one that I hope will become a legacy organization, a part of that national civil rights regime of different groups. So I'm not against that. I think we need that. We may not need like leaders, but we do need leadership.
Yes.
And so whether it's Black women, whether it is young people, young Black kids, whether it is legacy civil rights organization, we need leadership from these folks. So, one of the things I'm doing is I decided to take on these presidential candidates. Historically, Southern California has always been seen as a fundraising hub for presidential candidates and for any other federal candidate. They come here, they go to La Jolla, or they go to LA and they go to Beverly Hills, they fundraise and they leave. I'm making them come to the streets. That's my commitment. My thing is like, I'm in these spaces that I'm in to be telling these folks, you need to go down here. Now, here's the thing. Everybody has the same shot to interview these candidates, to talk to them, and I want to put that out there.
Yeah.
You got to reach out to these campaigns.
You hear that, San Diego?
Yeah.
He's putting it out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Black women should form their forum and make these presidential candidates or anybody for that matter talk about the things that we care about. Young African American children that are in high school or coming out of high school or in college should put their points across the screen because we're all raising different points that are all important points. Legacy organizations should raise the important points that deal with. So I would say, Black people are not a monolith, meaning that, because a presidential candidate meets with Shane Harris or Killer Mike in Atlanta or Al Sharpton in New York, or Oprah, because she does meetings too. There
goes the legacy of Barack Obama.
So that these are the decision makers for the culture. These presidential candidates should understand, and every conversation I have with a presidential candidate, I tell them that they still have to go down. They have to go over here. They have to go over here. These folks got to work for our vote. This is not a give all, take all moment. And so I would encourage everybody out there to go reach out to these candidates and make them answer your questions. We can't complain about the person who got a meeting. We got to be the next one to get the meeting. And we got to make our commitment to put our issues on the platform. Now, one may say, well, they don't care about us. They don't care about Black women. They only care about preachers, or they only care about... No, I mean, it's whoever, at the end of the day, whoever has
You have to stand in their way, literally.
yeah, you have to stand in their way. And so people don't know what we have to go on. I can't speak for Killer Mike or Al Sharpton. I mean, they're bigger than me. They get meetings like that. But I've had to go through a lot of tunnels and hoops to get the meetings that I got, and the discussions that I've got. I've got more candidates that I'm going to be talking to. And so I would encourage everybody out there to do the work of real citizenship, which is to challenge folks.
Get in.
Yeah,